first carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Good running right there, and this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So great throw right there, and what a regular season this rookie had, piloting this offense, guiding them to a division title, and they get the home date here in round 1 of the playoffs. But Charles, how do you think they'll play it here? Will they run the same kind of wide open offense they've run all season, or do you think that they'll try and take some pressure off of the young fella?
Oh, I think they're going high, wide, and handsome in this one. I think it's all out, just as they've been doing all year long, because I think if you try and pull it back now a little bit, you're telling that young man you don't have quite as much confidence in him as you've professed. So go ahead and continue to run your offense. Do the things that got you here. As so many defensive coaches have told you and me, all gas, no brakes. Let it rip.
A nice run right there, and we talk this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of. And here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this offense.
And he has acquitted himself nicely here in his rookie year. And look, I think we both believe that the burden's a little lighter on backs and receivers than it is on quarterbacks in the playoffs. But that's not to say this is going to be easy. As fast as the NFL game is in the regular season, it's like warp speed when you turn pressure up in the postseason. So let's see how he handles things early.
Scoring first, so critical in the postseason. They've got it here 1st and goal. And they'll run with Etienne. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Lawrence.
Oh, the ball, Trevor. He wide open.
Jerry Hughes showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? From the shotgun, Lawrence. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Mario Addison providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. And his kick here is good. Every possession in the postseason magnified, and look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Returning it, Isaiah McKenzie. And he returns this to the 22. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Here's Devin Singletary. He played in the state at Florida Atlantic, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. get this up to the 34-yard line.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Breida. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Out of the shotgun, Breida. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left. Well, Charles, you talk about this offense, and you think about the man in charge, their head coach, this marking his first ever playoff game as the head coach, and you wonder what's going through his mind right about now.
Brandon, I think we both agree that he's had a great season, and we wouldn't be surprised at all to see him get plenty of Coach of the Year votes. I thought he took the right tone in his weekly press conference, though. Played it cool, took the reserve angle, and when you don't have the track record, I think that's the exact right way to do it.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we're talking about with one of the GMs in the league that's told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And now they'll throw with Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They run here with Singletary. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bills have taken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Jerry Hughes able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the counter, Etienne. The tackle made by Levi Wallace.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense. Pick it up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
OMG.
It's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. And we'll see if that pick pick six looms large as this game continues because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up, and then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe is them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And this one is incomplete.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
Now he'll escape to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
On third down, Lawrence. Able to complete this to Shenault. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
Hey, check 546. Check 546. Hey, tight down. There you go. Hey, Alpha.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Flush to his right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Here's Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive.
46 to Mike. 46 to Mike. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Let's go.
Now Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt him later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 55 rushing yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Allen going to throw. Flushed out right. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Allen off the play fake. Here's a diving catch right side.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl. Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Andre Cisco. And the Jaguars will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
On 2nd and 10, Lawrence. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. Now Lawrence to throw. That's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw. Because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty simple.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Lawrence to throw. Finds the open target, Arnold. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Taken at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work to run it a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Looks to throw. Going deep for Diggs. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jags are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't...
Yo, he's not even there.
Picked off at about the 31. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. On first down, here's Breida. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. And he's stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And that will be incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Sean McDermott didn't hesitate. They'll go for it on 4th. Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. A quick throw.
Cheating as a bitch. This nigga.
Stephon Diggs. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Bills continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
46, boys, 46. 46 to Mike.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. And Shark calls it in. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
On 1st down, Lawrence. Escaping the pressure. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Get the fuck out of here. This nigga fucking YouTube ass.
Handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
67 yards on the ground for him so far. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves. But that was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He's got it. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, you know, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they are most likely staring at a cold end of their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield and able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Lawrence will throw. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills are going to have it here just past the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And it's looking like they are going to get the victory here, and it will not be one and done in these playoffs. Of course, you remember the disappointment of 12 months ago, and they're trying to erase that memory right now. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On play action, Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
Well, still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Lawrence. And my goodness, another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.